Here's my question. If we're certain that we do create our own ideal scene, our own reality, my question is, how can we collapse the time frame for that thought we put out there to the moment we're actually living that ideal scene? How can we shorten the length of time that it takes?
Well, you gotta admit you want it too.
Yeah. And I have identified, just through reflecting, I've noticed a trend in my life that for some reason, seems to be a 2 to 4 year lag based on things that I've created.
Sometimes the lag is helpful, closing of the gap is helpful in that more contrast causes you to fill in more details. And so your creation becomes more vibrationally complete before you start moving toward it. Actually, it's just because most of you like the drama is the reason that you do that. But the answer to your question is, how can I shorten the time distance between the desire that I've launched vibrationally and my ability to recognize it, is by improving your ability to recognize it, because it's all perceptual. And so by improving your ability to recognize it, that means you want to be in the receptive mode more often. That's what we were talking about. If you meditate regularly, quiet your mind, feel detachment, allow your vibration to rise, now you're more often in the receiving mode. And the more you're in the receiving mode, then the more impulses will lead you to things that will lead you to things that will lead you to things. So how do you close the gap? You get under the influence of source. And the more you are under the influence of source, the faster things unfold for you. You see, the details have already been identified by you. Your vortex, there's enough in it to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And while you are continually adding to it, that vortex is ripe and ready to begin delighting you. It's time for you to cash in your chips. It really is. It's time for you to begin experiencing more of what you've put there. But here's the thing. Experiencing more of what you've put there would feel good. But you got to feel good before you can experience more of what you've put there. But experiencing more of what you've put there would feel good. But you got to feel good before you can experience more of what you've put there. And so when you start doing whatever you do for the feeling in it, rather than for the result, and that's what's tripping you up in this question, because in your impatience about how long it's taking, there is evidence of resistance that makes us want to say, that's why. That's why. So impatience is the indicator. Well, what's causing the impatience? Awareness that it isn't done. So why is it taking so long? That's why. But wouldn't I be crazy if I didn't have some awareness of where I stand? Well, it's a wonderful thing to have awareness of where you stand, but you've got to be clear about where to put the emphasis. In other words, what's dominant? This is the question that you're helping us to ask. And this is a question that as you reach for the answer of it will serve you extremely well. So the question is, what's dominant in my vibration, my desire or my belief? Well, if my belief and my desire are the same, then isn't that obvious? What I desire and what I believe are exactly the same. And so then what happens? There's no time separation. When I desire it and I believe it, it already is. But if everything already is, then you're dead in a way there isn't dead. So you want to embrace the fact that the gap is a good thing. There's always going to be something you desire that hasn't manifested. That's why there's all that joy in that journey. So a diminishment of impatience is a good thing. Well, how do you diminish impatience? By anticipation. How do you get rid of impatience? By anticipating what's coming, by dreaming where it's going, by tasting the sweetness of the expansion, by not trying to do the impossible of getting it all done, by no longer looking for the marks on the chart, by no longer caring what anybody else thinks, by not keeping score, by not measuring yourself against anything else, by letting the only measurement be the measurement of how good you feel right here, right now. That's really helpful, isn't it?